the spirit, the unity that you got out of the student body at BBC was like nothing that I'd ever expected and nothing that I've ever experienced since.
A very good all-round education, that's what BBC did for me.
BBC was great in terms of developing lifelong friendships at an early age, but it also taught me about persistence, and if I really wanted something and I applied myself, I could achieve it.
Well, I think it taught me discipline in the first instance. It took a while, but I did become disciplined. And the other important thing that later in life it taught me was how to win and how to lose. Because it's very easy to win, it's not so easy to lose.
In one sentence, I describe BBC as the place to send your boys to for their education.
For me, BBC was really home, and not so much as a boarder, but because, like I said, the camaraderie, the spirit that was instilled by the senior students in the student body created an atmosphere that was so much better or so much greater than just a mere school or educational institution. It was this amazing sense of community.
My relationship with the school now, I think, is still close. My son went to BBC 10 years or so ago. I now have 2 grandsons. I'm competing with their father, who's a South Point old boy, for school rights, and at the moment I'm in front. I have a stepson that I want to go to BBC, so we're talking about 4th generation children going to BBC.
I think BBC has an inimitable style that's different to the others. It's hard to actually pinpoint just what the difference is, but I think there's a feeling that I feel that there's a feeling of belonging here at BBC, which doesn't always happen at other schools.
It means an opportunity to be a part of a rich tradition. It also provides the opportunity for him to make lifelong friends. The opportunity to receive an opportunity which would cater for his total development, for him to see the benefit of the totality of that education, and to adhere, I think, to those values, those intrinsic values of honour, integrity and pride that are all inculcated in BBC's mission.
To be a stalwart son can't really be summed up in too many words, but really, you've been a part of something great.
To me, it's about knowing when to apply yourself and how to compete, but doing it in a way that's balanced and gentlemanly and respects others and respects yourself in the way that you do it.
My observation tells me that BBC boys have a sense of belonging, and we see that in everyday life, where after school life they're still friends, they're still involved in business, in family life, in sporting life. They tend to hold that. Now, I don't know whether that's evident in other schools, but it's certainly very strongly evident in BBC, and it singles BBC out, in my opinion.
We were taught a lot of life skills as well as the traditional academic education, and that included respect, that included discipline and teamwork. And all of those things, I think, have stood me in very good stead later in life.
It was fantastic to be named school captain, but I only realised after I'd been in the role for 6 months or so why it was so fantastic to be named school captain.
The captain of a school is a leader. He's got to show the leadership in the values that he espouses. He has to be an honourable person. He has to be a person who sees the large picture. He has to always be unselfish and think of himself last. He doesn't have to rush up to the head of the queue at the tuck shop and say, "I'm the captain, move over." He takes his turn. He looks after, he's a shepherd. He looks after the students, and he's the headmaster's right-hand man. He is more important, in my opinion, to the headmaster almost than the deputy head.
Being captain of the school really, that's the beginning. It means so much to you. The others just come along, and while they're very important to you, it's not the same as what happens to you and how you accept at a young age being given the privilege to be captain of the school.
Well, that was certainly a very great honour. Initially, it was quite daunting, as genuinely I was not expecting to be appointed to the role. But fortunately, I had a strong team of prefects working with me, and I had a very supportive headmaster and supportive masters. So I didn't feel as if I was on my own.
Well, I think there is a need, a very strong, important need for old collegians to consider how they can support the school.
Love to help BBC as much as I can, and will continue to do so as long as that's possible.
It is extremely important to give back to BBC, and I think that during our time here, it's instilled in us that we're not here individually. We're not mutually exclusive in our experiences or our successes, and that we're a part of something greater.
The influence of all of those people that have been associated with the school to the school's ongoing growth is fantastic. It started obviously as a great school and it just gets greater every year.
I think it's important to give back to BBC. It was an amazing school, it is an amazing school, and I hope it goes forward and continues to be an amazing school and gives the opportunities that I had to future young boys and men, and they become a part of this community.
I think I'd like to think that others could have the same opportunities that I had.